and gentlemen, this is the Right Guys podcast, and it's raining liberal tears. Hallelujah! It's raining liberal tears. And now your hosts, Josh Hammerling and Max McGuire.
Welcome back, Right Guys podcast. My name is Max McGuire, here with Mr. Producer Josh Hammerling. Still can't stop smiling. Well, I stopped smiling briefly yesterday. I got food poisoning, so I was laid up for a day. That was rough.
You don't eat sushi from a convenience store.
Yeah,
you just don't. That's a good life lesson there, man. Take the advice.
I'm telling my son. I think it's his favorite because it's what they get for school. I think we're done with Pizza Hut pizza.
What? Hold on.
I think we're done with Pizza Hut pizza.
Hold on. Don't go crazy. We'll go Domino's. Go Domino's. What do they even have where you're at?
Mostly chains. There's some good places. There's some good places, but they're expensive. They're expensive. Got some lint on my hat.
You haven't taken that off, and
no, I've been rolling around in bed agonizing, wearing that. I'll tell you though, it has allowed me to kind of extend the amount of time I can sit on my phone and consume the liberal tears.
Yes,
because I was writhing around when I wasn't sleeping it off. I was consuming liberal freakouts, meltdowns, really glorious stuff. Seeing twofold, seeing the left freaking out, but also seeing like best of the best from the Trump years, coming back. Like I forgot about it. I forgot how wonderful it is. This one I found yesterday. It's starting to go a little viral today. Trump was honoring the Native American. I think these were some of the code talkers. Cool. It's classic Trump.
And I just want to thank you because you're very, very special people. You were here long before any of us were here. Although we have a representative in Congress who they say was here a long time ago. They call her Pocahontas. But you know what? I like you.
That exchange and just him looking at him like, I don't understand what you're saying. But you know what? I like you. They say you don't know you're in the golden age, the golden years, until they're already gone, right?
I know.
So we didn't realize we were in the golden years with Trump. And you realize it now. And again, very seldom do people have a chance to go back to the golden years. Yeah. We're in for some real treats.
And this was early Trump. Early Trump was fantastic because you got some real liners. Like he's really turned into kind of a statesman in this last election. But I think those gloves are about to come off, right? Yeah. I think we're gonna start hearing some classic things like we used to get. I'm excited for it, man. It made me feel good.
He's not even in office yet, and you had the EU promising to buy more American natural gas.
Unbelievable.
You have New York saying they're cutting off the debit card program for illegal aliens. Ukraine and Russia say they're ready to go to the peace table.
Yeah.
Hamas is begging for a ceasefire.
Amazing.
It's been 2 days.
Right.
It's been 2 days.
Do you remember? And you probably don't because you weren't alive. But there was the hostage thing in Iran.
I remember. I wasn't alive, but I've
you know about it, but you weren't alive, right? I wasn't either. But Carter's popularity sank, right? And that was his oh no moment. Right?
Well, that was kind of a trick. There's a lot of evidence to suggest that there were dealings, there were negotiations before Ronald Reagan won, that they were going to time the release for Ronald Reagan. They hated Carter. They couldn't stand him.
They did. And it happened, right? The day of, right?
Yeah.
The day of. To send a message, Yeah. And here we are.
I'll tell you, my wife is not a political person. She's not a political person.
No.
But my goodness, this week, she has been watching The View nonstop. And I just hear her cackling downstairs, laughing at these fools. Here, let's play one clip of it.
All right.
You look at the proof.
But Joy, it's condescending. It's condescending. There is
What's condescending?
the way that the left speaks to its voters. It really is
a message of joy and inclusiveness.
No, the message of not being educated, being dumb, and what's wrong with America. Who said that?
Sonny just did. What is wrong with
Joy,
America?
my point here is
that's not what Kamala Harris said.
No.
That's what I'm saying.
My point is, I don't blame Joe Biden. I don't blame Kamala Harris. Go back as far as you want. I blame a messaging within the Democratic Party.
You don't blame the Republican
Party?
Party?
Can I just finish my point, please? I obviously have a problem. Anyone has a problem with Donald Trump. The bigger question should be, yes, Sonny, why did they vote for him?
Yes.
In sweeping...
So they need to be introspective.
No, we need to be introspective. If we voted for Kamala Harris, we need to say what didn't resonate with the voters. Do you know what didn't resonate with the voters? When they were saying we don't feel safe, and the left focused on defund the police and bail reform.
Yeah.
When they said we're worrying about... Can I just finish? Let me just finish real quickly. When they were focused on...
It's only an hour show, ladies.
Joy, when they were focused on renaming schools, there were people saying, hey, students are destroying colleges. I paid for that. I sent them there. They can't learn. And everyone apologized for it and didn't want to attend to it. They also denied the border was a crisis and kept saying, no, it's fine. This is not a...
There was a border bill, though. There was a border bill.
Yes, but Joy, my point is...
It's just chaos. It's chaos.
It goes on like that.
And the funny part is Sunny there with her little kind of John Valjean sweater on over there, the red and blue sweater.
Sure.
She's like, the American people need to be introspective, and they're like laughing like, no, the Democrats need to be introspective.
Right.
The Democrats need to look and see what the hell is going on. Blaming the American people for doing what they wanted to do.
Right. It just shows you their arrogance for their point of view on stuff, right? I mean, these are the most self-absorbed people ever.
You don't interrupt your enemies when they're making a mistake, but it's amazing. It's amazing to watch them just refusing to even accept that they did anything wrong.
Yeah.
You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of you go on vacation to like the Virgin Islands or anywhere that has like a pirate kind of aesthetic. And usually you'll see like a t-shirt or something that'll say like, the beatings will continue until morale improves.
Right.
You ever hear that? It's like a pirate kind of joking, kind of Jimmy Buffett life. That's what they're saying. The beatings will continue until morale improves. Like it's completely counterproductive.
What do you say to them? At this point, you don't want to try to correct him. You let him just keep going, right? Let him keep using all of these platforms to just keep pushing this. It's more than just arrogance. It's like they expect people to believe the same liberal garbage they do. And if they don't, they're somehow evil, right? They're somehow lesser people. I mean, they're still painting people as boogeymen. We're still going to be called garbage. They're still calling us garbage. That's what that is.
Oh, yeah, for sure. For sure. For sure. So let's watch a couple of these videos because they're really funny. And there's more than I can curate in a day of being sick. But what are you looking at, Josh? What did you just say?
Oh, I got to download this video I just found of a meltdown, and it's I got to surprise you with this one.
All right.
All
right. Well, just in case you're trying to surprise me with the one I'm thinking about, would you describe it as no neck? Is that the one you
describe it? Oh, you're making me dizzy because I saw it and there's just.
Yeah. I have that one ready to go.
Oh my God. It's
here we go.
I kind of think we should just play it now.
Yeah, no, I got it. I had it ready to go. I was going to wait. I was going to build up to it, but here we go. No neck.
This video has been done a few times for me.
Hey, hold on. This is why I'm going to be charitable for her. This is why you never take a video with the camera below you.
Yeah.
My camera is above me. Josh, your camera is above you.
Oh yeah.
It's the sneakiest little trick. It helps you avoid that.
Right. You look down and then it's like the camera adds 75 pounds, right? So let's give her the benefit of the doubt on this.
I looked at this.
Down, right?
I looked at this and I was like, Pizza the Hut. Remember that?
Jabba Nobata.
No. Pizza the Hut from Mel Brooks.
Spaceballs.
From
Spaceballs. Can't wait for
Pizza
the
the Hut. He ate himself to death. Locked in his limousine and ate himself to death.
How do you?
Let's listen to what
Because I'm struggling myself, and I know there's others that are struggling as well as of the election results currently. Why, yeah.
Is she on a toilet?
I don't know. For a moment there, I thought she was getting winded saying it, but for part of me thinks she's like.
It sounds like she's in a wind tunnel.
Yeah.
Every vote still needs to be recounted and everything else. Nothing is officially, but it is official. I just want to let you all know that if you need to talk, I will be available to talk. If you
Yes, everyone, chat her up. She's got this.
She does.
She has absolutely got this.
Well, I don't think she's going anywhere. I mean,
no, it looks very stationary, if we're being completely honest.
Yeah.
Very stationary.
I hope that's not a bathroom. And if it is, I mean, that'd be a new one. But that's how you make your fame, right? I'm the I'm the shitter talker, the shitter counselor. Counselor. What the fuck? Bitch! You what the hell?
This one's too good to not play again.
No! Why? Do you really hate me that
bad? Yes, that's why we all voted the way we do.
Right?
Because we all hate her that bad.
Isn't it weird that they take it so personally now? Like this has become a part of their social fabric, man. So much so they can't handle not winning. And look at all this snowflake shit. Didn't also a bunch of colleges give them a bunch of students a day off to cope with it?
In fairness, I took a day off, but I would have taken a day off regardless. So the day off right immediately afterwards, especially if you're up to like 4 a.m. like I was, that's fair. That's fair. But the whole counseling is available. We'll make some closet space available for you to have some one-on-one time with your feelings. That's the too far bit.
They're not children. I mean, they should have emotions worked out by this point. You learn to suppress them. You push them way down.
You know Tyrus from the Gutfeld show?
Yeah.
Big guy, former wrestler.
Monster of a dude.
Yeah, big guy. Great, funny. I was watching him on Fox News either yesterday, I think it might have been this morning. And what he said was, I expected to be walking into the office and have to step over people in the middle of their liberal crazy meltdowns. But it seems that these meltdowns only come out when there's a camera right in front of them.
Yeah, right. You mean
right?
Like the dude that was losing his mind screaming, he sets up the shot.
Yeah.
There's no.
They set the shot. They set the shot, and a lot of these have the millennial pause, which comes from our generation where cameras didn't start recording the minute you press play. So you were just all used to it subconsciously. You press play, you wait a second. Whereas Gen Zers, when they hit go on their phone, they immediately start talking. Millennials have that millennial pause. They wait a split second because back in the day, cameras had a little lag time. But I mean, this woman clearly she's in scrubs. It looks like she just went out to her car on her smoke break or whatever to film this video.
She's probably in her own driveway. Like even this is AstroTurf, right? Even their outrage feels like it's fake. It's totally fake.
This one might be my favorite.
Hey, which one? This is not okay. This simply will not do, and this is not okay, and I'm not good with this.
This simply will not do. I am not okay with this. Oh, I'm sorry.
I am really confused.
I'm really sorry
that again?
The entire country didn't all ask if you were okay with this.
Not okay. This is not okay. This simply will not do, and this is not okay, and I'm not good with this.
Right, I'm not good with this. What are you going to do about it?
I don't know.
It's sick.
This
Quit playing with the buttons.
I don't know the last time I've ever heard someone say this will not do.
I
mean,
know.
like, what is this, Downton Abbey? Like,
I'm not sure. I thought I heard an accent in there too, right?
a little bit.
Maybe they're just really, classically educated, right? This will not do.
This will not do. I will not stand for this.
No, I have the Shakespearean haircut as it is. I am both man and woman on stage.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
I was also watching a bit of Michael Cohen last night. Trump's former lawyer turned state's evidence to try and take him down. Promised he was going to leave the country.
Twice.
And is now reneging, saying he changed his mind. This kind of reminds me of the guy from Florida State who said, if Florida State loses, I'll eat the dog shit. And then he didn't eat the dog shit. And now Florida State has only won like one game all year, and they're cursed. You're going to make promises, make bets on social media. You got to actually go through it. Like Bette Midler, I think it was Bette Midler saying she's going to drink the Drano.
I'm waiting.
We're waiting. You do the bet. No, don't.
You can live stream that stuff now.
Don't actually drink.
Don't actually do it. We're just making a joke there.
If you're going to make a bet, you're going to get bad juju. You're going to get bad karma.
That's why you don't bet anything you're not willing to do or not willing to spend.
Yeah.
And when you say things like, I'll eat a bucket of shit, like, you got to think that through when it goes south. Yeah. Think about it. I don't want to sit there and...
Yeah. Have you seen this other thing? It's going around. It's there's this trend on the left. They're calling it 4B. And it stems from Korea, South Korea. And it's basically a protest movement saying that they will not have sex with men anymore.
What?
As a form of protest. So liberal women are basically saying, okay, men, you want Trump. You want to not vote for abortion on demand. We are going to not have sex with any of you. Not have sex with any of you.
Seriously. Like, this is the thing?
That's the thing. Here's one of the examples.
This morning feeling spicy. You guys feel spicy? Because I do. All right. I don't know how to use this thing. Let's see what happens. Is this cutting off hair?
Nope.
I'm going to have to cut it shorter than that. That's it down, right? I think that this is too...
What is going on here?
It's getting hair.
She is shaving her head in protest.
Here we go. Have I given up on America? Yeah. I've also given up on coloring this hair because, right? Fuck coloring my hair. Fuck having my hair be long and luxurious. Fuck all that shit. Fuck being skinny. Fuck being hot. Fuck being all the things that the patriarchy wants us to be. Because clearly, they don't give a shit about us.
Oh, man.
To you, too. Those of you ladies
Seriously?
who have the internalized misogyny.
She's got so much hair she can't even shave her head.
Minorities.
Yeah.
Good for her.
She's got to take off the...
That you'd rather cozy up to the white man. Just in case.
She has the guard to basically cut it out of 3. She's got to take it all off.
I know. She's got to go skin on that.
On my way. I'm going to figure it out. Let's just do some kind
Well, at
of...
least she started out on top.
That's,
I was kind of
man,
where this is going.
I'm just going to say, you got us. I mean, like, we were all celebrating.
Yeah.
We were all celebrating, but you're shaving off your head. Man, I wish we all could vote differently because I think we all wanted her to have long hair.
Right. I mean, it's going to be really weird on the dating apps now. Like, you're going through it and this one's like total 4B, right? Like, it's always going to be a swipe left on that now.
Yeah. And listen, there are a lot of videos of this. And let's be honest. There are a lot of women doing this threat. And it's an empty threat. Because they're never going to find themselves in a position to have to put out. Let's just be honest.
Yeah.
Let's just be completely honest. And I don't want to play their videos because it's not nice. We're a nice channel. We believe in being nice.
Yes.
Not going to do all of that. But I will say it's basically like this. If you vote for Trump, I refuse to have sex with you. And it looks like some kind of evil gremlin with pink hair.
Yeah. And it looks like a Karen that you'd see kind of at a university. So if you're really wondering what that's like, and it's grotesque, but what guy on the conservative side, is sitting there like, I'm going to go get me one of them liberal girls. And it just doesn't happen.
I feel like, I've said this before, I feel like Willy Wonka when he's saying, please, no, don't, no, stop. Stop. And he really doesn't care. That's how I feel with all of this.
Yeah.
No, it's funny stuff. Wait, do you have any other clips, or can I play a montage?
I just wanted to hit people up with this one because this is the thinking you get. Like,
is how fucking dare you?
How dare you? I know, right?
How dare you put this man into office for another 4 years, knowing damn well what it means for our country, what it means for us as a people.
Yeah, freedom. Freedom.
You know damn well what's going to happen, what's been happening for the last 8 years.
Dare you?
I first gained political consciousness in 2016.
Okay, that's enough of that. Because
dare you?
Oh my god!
How dare you?
Like the pearl clutching too. I've seen real tears, and I just love watching the fake cries.
Yeah.
Right.
I gotta say, this from the San Francisco Chronicle.
Boom!
That's a headline.
Right.
That's a headline.
Gosh. Wow.
That's a headline. Also,
right?
I don't know exactly where this was, but there was a building that had a Kamala Harris mural painted on the side of it.
Oh, and they started painting over it.
Didn't even last a day.
Nope.
Didn't even last a day.
Let's get rid of that one.
They started painting over it the next day.
Right. Well, I mean, you got to have winners on the building. You got to have winners.
Yeah.
You gotta have winners.
People look at the popular vote and say, "Ooh, I need to make money. I can't have this on the side of my building."
Probably dispensary too.
Let's talk about that though. So we were talking about earlier this week about the funniness of like, where did all of Joe Biden's votes go?
Yeah.
Donald Trump, based on what I was seeing today, Donald Trump has surpassed I believe he's surpassed his 2020 vote total, because they're still counting, because some of these states, it's election month. We count for a month. Kamala Harris, though, strangely enough, isn't doing that much worse than Joe Biden in the states where it really matters.
Yeah.
Like I'm going to say ballots, because I'll show you in a second. She has received more ballots in Wisconsin than Joe Biden did 4 years ago.
What?
So she got trounced, but she didn't get trounced because Biden's ballots didn't turn out in Wisconsin. She's also incredibly close to where Biden was in Michigan and Pennsylvania. So it's not so much that the voters disappeared, at least in those swing states. It's that Donald Trump just so far surpassed his total. Now we're going to have to see when the final numbers come out, where they're all at.
Yeah.
But there is a little bit of funny business I think we need to ask about Wisconsin.
Yeah, because that was like a massive turnout for Biden back in the in 2020. Like, so much so it was like, holy crap.
This is La Crosse. This is La Crosse County in Wisconsin. They are reporting 98% turnout.
Holy Do you know how hard it is to get 98% of people to fill out a flyer at your workplace on time? Right? Do you know how hard it is to get 98% of people at anywhere to show up on time?
Yeah.
And you're telling me 98% of voters showed up in this?
98%.
What does it say? 74,000 total people?
Yeah.
So there was a big number of them. So this isn't like 1,500 people where you get 98% turnout.
Kamala Harris won. So who would have thought when every ballot is collected, Kamala Harris wins, right? So we got to look into this, because 98% turnout is crazy. I mean, in a perfect world,
almost impossible.
In a perfect world, that's great for exercising your right to vote. But in a state where the Supreme Court just put ballot drop boxes, unsecured, unmonitored ballot drop boxes back in society, and where there is illegal ballot harvesting, it makes you wonder whether these were voters or whether these were ballots.
Right.
And it makes you wonder, did she lose Wisconsin because they weren't able to carry this out everywhere?
That's crazy. I mean, it's really hard to get, like 80% would be a huge turnout. And those used to be numbers that people loved.
I know.
To have 98% makes me think that somebody just happened to wheel in a box when the toilet broke.
Yeah.
And boom, there's 10,000 more votes, 20,000 more votes.
It makes you just wonder. Here's one This is the data for Springfield, Ohio. Look at this data. So Trump won more than 50% of Springfield, Ohio.
Wow.
So they're eating the cats, they're eating the dogs. As Red Eagle Politics also wrote, they're eating the donkeys. Democrats getting eaten here.
Damn.
Getting eaten here. If that was so insulting and if that was untrue, Springfield, Ohio would not have gone to Donald Trump with over 50% of the vote.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Right.
Just saying.
That message hit home. Did you know in 1932, average turnout of voter age people was 52%? I mean, that's a long time ago. You start making your way to 2016, it was about 54%. So that county bucks the national average by 35%, 36%. That's incredible.
Yeah.
And how does this stuff happen? And nobody's paying attention? And did you notice that of all these, Colorado lurched so far left too? And we had incredible turnout.
The electorate is more left when everyone automatically gets a ballot and where leftist organizations go door to door to collect the ballots.
Yeah.
I mean, that is the left's plan. They couldn't do it again this year.
Yeah.
They couldn't. Like, there were states that were trying to automatically send ballots to everyone in 2020.
Yeah. And think of the number of people that could vote, and the number of votes that would show up wouldn't surprise you, right? Because you would sit that many out. It would be uncommon for that many to be sent back in, or nobody would pay attention to those funny numbers. Yeah. And that's their hope. That was the goal. And man, it just blows my mind because rarely in most of the elections since 1932 have you had more than 60% of people turn out nationally for a vote. So, I'm sure those stats break down a little bit different from state to state, but 98% is a big number. And how many other counties started having these large turnout numbers, right? And then who runs the apparatus inside of those counties? I mean, there's things that can be done to start looking into this as we move forward, and we may have to, because this is real election integrity, which happens to be on the ballot the last time.
Yeah.
Which we just won, right? Along with illegal immigration, all those extra voters coming in. I think people realize that their very existence for the Republic was on the line here, and they voted for Donald Trump.
Jack Smith formally says he wants to pull and vacate all of the remaining dates on the calendar for his cases against Donald Trump, winding it down out of there. It's over. It's done. The lawfare failed. It seems like Fani Willis is going to keep going for it. So do not be surprised if Governor of Georgia just pardons Trump. Yeah. Governor of New York pardons Trump and says, we're done. It's done. It's over.
And she's still running on that?
Yeah.
She's still riding that pony in New York?
Fani Willis got reelected. Willis got reelected. So, but she's gonna push this as much as she can. But it's hard. And I'm already starting to see on the news, they're trying to walk back it's a landslide. It's a mandate.
Yeah.
They're trying to walk it back, but no, it very much is a landslide, very much is a mandate. If Kamala Harris had won all the same states as Donald Trump, they would have said, oh, it's over, mandate, done.
Yeah. It's because they can't push the agenda, right? They've lost the House. They've lost the Senate. I think they have officially lost all those now with the final vote. So there's one place where there's still about 30,000 votes. So there's still some decisions to be made, but it tells you something when you give the power to people to run your country for you, right? We have given Republicans the power to do those things. I expect them to start doing the things that they said they would do.
Yeah.
That has to happen right now. That's a mandate, right? That's how you go from not having the popular vote to winning the popular vote and the states, right? And they won the Electoral College. So you become president. I mean, this is kind of a powerhouse moment, and they can't waste a day. They can't waste an hour. The moment he's sworn in, he should be in the Oval Office and just hammering away, man. It's got to start now. There's only 4 years.
Did I play the Michael Cohen?
No, throw that one out there.
I think I was leading.
Set it up.
I set up, but then I got distracted. Michael Cohen, Trump's lawyer, on live on TikTok. And if people don't know, on TikTok, you can donate to a channel, and that gives you the right to like play around with it.
Oh.
So people kept donating like a penny, a couple pennies to put basically his head sticking out of the ass of a turkey. And he was getting really mad about it.
Problem. Wow. Genius you are. Can we stop with that? I appreciate it. I don't like the stupid turkeys. All right. Let's just knock that stupid shit off, please. All right. I did. I said I was leaving. And then the following day, get that through your dumb heads. The following day, I turned around and I said that there's no chance in the world that I'm leaving my country. Thank you very much. All right? I'm not leaving anyway. You leave. This is my country. And I have every right, every single right within which to turn around when we stop so we can. All right, 2 seconds, I'm going to end up blocking this idiot.
What's wrong with you people?
Just messing with them. Just completely messing with them.
I sure wish they had a Jackass version of it, right? Like a doggy or something. Like,
All right, here's a montage of some of the sad ones, the sad leftists.
I hate you, you fucking orange pumpkin. You just caused me one of the most important people in my life. My dad. Donald Trump, I hate you.
Yeah, it's Trump in the background going this.
Just dancing.
You don't get that they voted for someone who's gonna make my friends' lives hell. My life's
lower
okay,
taxes.
I'm a white woman, but my friends are not gonna be energy.
I can't believe Trump's
This one's classic.
this fucking
There
thing.
he goes.
Oh, Jesus Christ! I'm so pissed off! Fuck! Fuck!
Good Lord, what a man!
God damn it! I can't believe
Oh, they did it again. They
You gotta show that one twice.
Y'all, like, why are y'all Trump supporters? Like, why? Why are y'all Trump supporters? Like, why is it just a big thing right now? It's just
this is actually starting to make me sad.
Oh,
that made me a little sad because this is genuinely a mental health crisis. These are people who are genuinely going through psychosis right now. And
then why the hell are they on social media? It's like the last place they need to be, right? Sharing it with everybody.
And that's where it gets scary, right? They consider themselves influencers. Well, who are they trying to influence with this?
Right. Others.
There's a lot of videos I didn't pull of people, of mainly women, saying they're going to go get a gun and shoot Trump or shoot white men. They fancy themselves influencers. Who are they trying to influence with those kind of statements?
Right. Yeah. And it's usually the other unhinged ones who try to set up a little shooting nest right outside of the golf course and get missed.
Yeah.
Right. Or somebody ends up on a roof of a pavilion building at a Trump rally and isn't even noticed for 7 minutes. Right.
Yeah.
It's not funny because that's how they think. And he's got the full presidential protection, but we need to keep him in a bunker until it's time to come out.
I know.
Right? Until he's in the
Well, you saw what came out today. They've actually filed charges against the guy from Iran who was trying to assassinate Trump. Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah. Yeah. So there's a third one. There's a third attempt.
Wow.
Let's watch something a little happy. This is an oldie.
Okay.
But it's a goodie. This is what we have to expect from the next 4 years. This is a Japanese kind of anime kind of celebration about Trump. This was before he even won.
Really?
Oh my God.
I don't even have words for
Fever
that.
dream. It's like it's a fever dream.
Oh my, yeah, right. I was like, man, that's a flashback.
Yeah, it was a
The
fever
90s
dream.
were good. Holy crap.
And just kept building. Of course, giant robot. Of
Yeah,
course.
and it has to, and he blows up the planet with the super beam. Like,
Yeah.
I'm telling you, is that Japanese or
Japanese? Yeah, pretty sure. Yeah,
that's intense stuff. She was ultra cute, like way too cute. They just love that stuff.
Yeah.
It's some weird stuff.
Weird stuff. What else can we
Still
talk
thinking about No Neck. Java.
Yeah. So we got the most accurate pollsters.
Who was at the top?
Atlas Intel,
really?
Of course. They were only off by 0.3.
Wow.
Activote. Now that's some bullshit because Activote all year was horseshit. Activote all through it was like Harris +8, Harris +9.
Yeah.
At the very end, they basically called it 50-50, 50.5, 49.5. So they don't deserve that because they were cooking it all the whole time. Qantas Insights off by 0.7. SoCal Strategies just a guy on Twitter. A guy on Twitter says, you know what? I think you're doing this wrong. I mean, he has experience with this. He's like, you know what? You're doing this wrong. I'm just going to do it. And he was better. Rasmussen off by 1.5. Tip Insight off by 1.5. Heart Research off by 1.5. Now these are all the people who basically said it was tied. So this is a little early too. This is a little early in this calculation because they're still counting votes. But absolutely worst. Morning Consult. How many times do we see their polls?
Yeah, a lot.
Ipsos, Harris X, YouGov, NBC News.
Yeah.
Like how many times do we see all these polls getting
the New York Times
pushed?
Siena poll?
Yeah. And they were just Marist. How many times do we say, oh, the Marist poll says Kamala Harris is up by 4?
Well, they were picking the polls that they wanted that were showing the things they needed to promote. I mean, it's a simple formula, right? Put out the polls that show she's winning and try to drive the public narrative about her.
Yeah.
And it's scary because really, if things shook out a different way, she could have won, right? Like,
she could have.
How often were we sitting here going, oh my gosh, we could have a totally unelected person making their way into the White House, right?
She could have, but she didn't. And she never will, but she could have.
She could have.
She could have.
And that makes me nervous. Because they're going to try again and again and again. As long as the Democratic Party exists, you're going to have pollsters that are going to carry their water for them, right? They're going to use polls. They're going to try to influence the outcome at just the right time.
Qatar has notified Hamas officials living in their country that they have to immediately leave.
Wow.
No safe harbor for Hamas in Qatar. See, Trump's not even there yet, and they're already saying, "You know what? This has been fucked. You know what? We were wrong."
Yeah,
right.
Y'all should get out of here now.
Yeah.
Y'all should get out of here now because we're not going to do anything to protect you. And they know he's coming, though.
But it's messed up that they do the right thing for fear of retribution, not just to do the right thing. Like, how much of a pushover does Joe Biden have to be for them to feel like they can give safe harbor to Hamas, no problem, right?
Unless he wants it to happen, unless he's okay with Hamas being there, right? I mean, he has some significant world power, right? He could have waved that wand if he wanted to. So why didn't he? Either he didn't want to or he couldn't. I'm thinking he couldn't, but if he didn't want to, that makes it even more gross. But it would be par for the course with them. Look how anti-Israel they've been. Remember when we were talking about the surprise groups that would show up? Jews showed up in surprising numbers. The Amish showed up in surprising numbers in Pennsylvania. I think that was that other group we were looking at, that one stat the other day that didn't identify. I was like, man, I think that's the Amish.
You see this?
Holy
Tesla is up 31% in just the past month. 31% in the past 5 days. It's now a $1 trillion company.
Holy!
Elon Musk is now worth $300 billion.
Oh, holy shit! I mean, I don't know what to say to that.
He spent all of that money
Yeah.
He spent like $100 and some odd million, and it's like a drop in the bank, drop in the bucket.
Right.
Incredible.
Incredible. $300 billion. That was with the B.
Yeah.
Is he the world's richest man yet? Or is
he was before that? He was before that.
And the thing is he just turns that money into more money. He's going to take 300 billion and turn it to 600 billion, right? I mean, with SpaceX doing all the things they're doing, with him potentially pulling waste out of government, I mean, he could be setting himself up for a run.
No, the one thing they can't pull out the NASA stuff because there's no one else who can do it. Right? There's Blue Horizon, which is the Amazon guy, fine, but it's SpaceX who's putting people and satellites up into orbit right now. So they can't really. He just rescued astronauts that were stranded on the space station. By Boeing's bad aircraft, right?
Yeah.
So so that was something that Joy Reid said. We're going to punish Elon. She said that before election. We're going to punish Elon and take away all of his government contracts. You did that, you would have astronauts dying in the space station.
You would lose so much. He now has a blanket of satellites around the planet, right? You can get high-speed internet out in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
And he creates what people ask for, right? That's why he becomes rich.
Yeah.
The Democrats could learn a lot from an Elon Musk. Instead of trying to tell people what they want, they should listen to what the people actually want. That is why they lost. That is why they're going to continue to lose, because I don't want to give them any advice. I'm just going to stop there. Unbelievable. $300 billion.
It's a lot.
And he still sits there and plays Diablo.
I know.
Right? I'm a 300 billionaire and Diablo is my jam when I have time, right? Like, it's cool. So what's next? I mean, what's his cabinet going to look like? I know he just it was Millie's who just put as chief of staff, first woman ever.
Yeah,
and I find it strange that they call him such a misogynist, and now chief of staff has been held by a woman for the first time ever.
Yeah, such a misogynist, such a misogynist.
And women are holding out sex for the 4B movement. I don't get this, man. I don't.
Do you notice anything different in here?
Joe Biden's the only one that smiles.
He's smiling ear to ear. He's smiling ear to ear. Everyone else is meltdown mode. He's out there smiling. He's happy. Everyone's sad. He's happy.
Remember back in July when they said,
you know what leaked out today?
What?
So there's the two camps. The Kamala camp is blaming the Biden camp. Biden camp's blaming the Kamala camp on why it's happened. So the Kamala camp leaked out that the reason Joe Biden was forced to step aside is that internal polls showed that if Biden went up against Trump, this is after the disastrous debate, if Biden went up against Trump, he would lose by over 400 electoral votes. Donald Trump would have over 400 electoral votes. That's what their internal polling said. They actually started polling New York, New Jersey, California, Massachusetts.
Yeah.
It was going to be that bad. It was going to be Reagan-esque.
Yeah, slaughter.
Yes.
No wonder they pivoted so fast.
Joe Biden would be Dukakis. Like, it would be that bad.
Yeah.
And that is finally what forced him out. So that's the Kamala Harris side saying it was Joe Biden. Joe Biden put us in the hole. Trump was going to get 400 electoral votes. Kamala Harris actually did a great job by winning back 100 of those electoral votes.
And she was unelected. Man, they just select a person, threw her in there, and boom, it was anything better than Joe Biden. But the reason he's smiling now is that the moment they kicked his ass out in July, he was like, all right, I'm going to screw you. And he did. Every month, every week, there was something coming out where he was making it harder for her, right?
The other thing that's coming out, they told him, do not do any campaign events. He went to New Hampshire. What did he do? He said, we need to lock Trump up.
Yep.
Immediately hit the headlines. No more campaign events. What do you do while she's doing the speech in his backyard or closing arguments? He's doing a webcast on a laptop saying that anyone who supports Trump is garbage, right?
Yeah.
Then what did he do the last day before the election? Saying that he wants to spank Trump's ass.
Oh my God, I forgot all about that. I want to spank him. Yeah.
So the other narrative is that he was deliberately trying to tank them. That, you're going to force me out. That they forced him out, and then he endorsed her before they could do their whole primary. So, okay, you're going to force me out. You're stuck with her then.
Yeah.
And what we were saying is it seems like it was actually true. He backed her to basically as a screw you to Nancy Pelosi, as a screw you to everyone who forced him out. Okay, you want to force me out. You're stuck with her now. I endorse her. Go ahead. You be the one who takes it away from the black woman. You be the one who says the black woman can't have it.
Yeah.
And saddled her with it. So yeah, there's a lot of bad blood. There's a lot of bad blood in these with these people, which is why you look, they're all crying. He's smiling ear to ear.
Well, what you just described was the elites at each other's throats. And what's wild is the Cesario Cartel or AOC is on that list, right?
Yeah.
But now you've got a party in disarray. You've got they have lost more of their constituency than they dreamed they ever would have. How many of those people became registered Republicans, right? We can go back to that. We've shown that data, how people were shedding them left and right. This is a party in disarray, and this is not the time to start playing nice. Did you notice how everybody now in their concession speeches and stuff are saying, oh, you know what? Now is the time for us to put politics aside.
Yeah.
It's time to start playing nice. And it's like, no, that's over.
Yeah.
That's gone.
Yeah.
That ended 4 years ago.
They were 2 weeks away from putting Donald Trump in prison.
Yes.
With sentencing supposed to happen like a week and a half. Like that's how close they were. That's how close they were. No, now is not the time to, we were all just kidding. Let bygones be bygones. No.
Don't come after us.
No. Because it wasn't just that Donald Trump almost had his life ruined. His legal counsel, he funded a lot of it. A lot of it was also funded by the American people. Yeah. We were donating to that effort to fund all these things because, he's super rich. But you know what? That's a lot of lawfare to fight back against.
Yeah, even the super rich the government can bankrupt you no matter how much money you have. They don't care.
Yeah.
And the reason they go after him is because he loves his country. And everything was made up. The whole he's a felon, right? Yeah. How can you elect a felon? Well, you created you trumped up a bunch of fake charges on the man.
Here's the thing, though. If if it gets vacated, is he still a felon anymore? That's where you start getting into nuanced arguments. He was convicted by a jury of his peers, but if the judge tosses it out on sentencing, saying we can't sentence the president of the United States, was he ever convicted? There's a lot in there. There's gonna be a lot of arguing over what's technical. But then again, if you ask the Democrats 4 years ago, should a felon ever be able to become president? They say yes. Yeah, we're all for felon rehabilitation, right? Yeah. We want felons to get back into the workforce. We want them to be back into society. They paid their dues, right? That was the Democrat message. Now, today, felon should never be president. And all the criminal justice reform people are like, what are you talking about?
All right.
I thought we were on the same page.
Again, in disarray. They've made their party so broad that it becomes like an internal argument, right? Everything starts contradicting something else. And people see it. That's why they voted Republican. Yeah. But man, I don't want to play nice. I don't want the FBI came after Donald Trump. The CIA, remember Clapper? Remember that whole group? The NSA came after Donald Trump. This is no time to play nice. This is time to heads are on the chopping block. You must start taking these people politically out of power. You have to start going after them. They'll just do it again. They must be punished.
What do you think the odds are we got this?
50-50?
Even just for a day. Just for a day.
Yeah.
Like just for a day.
I would love to see it.
Invite him to the White House and just let him go out there and just answer questions. Not on behalf of the administration. Just answer any questions.
I would pay like money for a pay-per-view for that one. Like that would be the first free government event. I'd be like, all right, I'll take it. Here's my $7. Let's go. What do you think he'd start with? Well, those frogs are still gay.
Turn the frogs gay.
We're getting the fluoride out of it. We got RFK to sit there and make sure that he takes all the gay out of the water.
This made me laugh. First term, A New Hope, Empire Strikes Back with Biden, and then Return of the Jedi, Trump after he got shot.
I kind of want that on my wall.
I know. I kind of want that too.
I kind of want that on my wall.
What else do I got? I got this. I don't have all my.
Biden didn't do any favors when he did try to make himself look like a Nazi.
I know.
They were the only fascists out in this election.
So these are the bellwether counties that since 1980 since 1984 have predicted every presidential victor.
Yeah,
they were right in every election except for 2020. But now they're almost all back to being right again. So it's funny, when we were on our old show on Conservative Daily, I said that, wow, all of the political science textbooks need to be rewritten, because the closest thing to a law in political science that we have in the United States are these bellwether counties.
Yeah.
That you look at these counties and almost all of them will go towards the victor. There are some years where one or two flip, but still they're almost always going to the victor. In 2020, all but one of them went to Trump, and it wasn't Trump. So it just defied the law of American political science. But now apparently the law has been restored. So again, there's something weird about 2020.
Was it just an outlier? Was it just one of those ones where everybody showed up to the polls and they just voted Trump? I mean, couldn't have been the mail-in ballots, couldn't have been the COVID thing, couldn't have been the ballot harvesting, couldn't have been couldn't have been any of that.
Lots of things. Yeah.
Were you accused of being a conspiracy theorist for this?
I just hope that one day they get to the bottom of it. And it seems like the left wants to get to the bottom of it. They're very close. They're saying that Trump stole their 15 million votes from Biden. So they're halfway there. We just have to make them realize that those votes didn't actually exist.
Right. And
those ballots existed, but the voters didn't exist. So once we get to them there, then they can be happy again. They think we stole ballots from them.
Yeah. And
they don't understand those voters never existed.
You don't have to sway the entire country. You just have to go to certain counties and inject a whole bunch of ballots. It's good old-fashioned voter fraud.
Good old-fashioned.
That's all it is.
Packing the ballot box.
That's all it is. And it's all it was, right? I think it really was that. And you only have to go to these counties, right? Yeah. And some other key ones in an area. They just have to be the largest population.
Yeah.
Because if you go to the low population one, they're going to notice an extra 100,000 votes in a group, a town of 15,000, right?
Yeah. This other meme made me chuckle. It's okay, buddy. You can come out now. You're safe.
Like on the rifle, like
yeah. I cracked up. You can come out now. You're safe.
The poor weeping dog guy's like, is it okay?
Yeah, it's just too funny.
Well, the bad man's leaving office now. Dark Brandon's out, y'all. Kamala's out. No more Dark Brandon.
Yeah.
No more Dark Kamala.
Yeah. And I posted about this on Twitter, on X. A lot of people are going into Trump 47, which is his policy proposals. And they're re-emerging things that I think the reason they're doing is they want to remind him, hey, you promised to do this. Don't forget you're going to do this. But I was watching one of them and I realized, holy crap, Donald Trump gets to preside over the 250-year birthday for America. Wow. So not the bicentennial, that was 200 years.
Yeah.
But this is the semi-quintennial or something like that.
Yeah.
He gets to preside over the 250-year-old birthday. And what's crazy is he gave more specificity on how he wanted America's 250-year-old birthday to go than Kamala Harris gave for any of her policy proposals.
Years from now, the United States will celebrate the biggest and most important milestone in our country's history. 250 years of American independence. What a great country. And we have to keep it that way. But that's why, as a nation, we should be preparing for a most spectacular birthday party. We want to make it the best of all time. Here is my plan to give America's founding in 1776 the incredible anniversary it truly deserves. On day one, I will convene a White House task force called Salute to America 250. It will be responsible for coordinating with state and local governments to ensure not just one day of celebration, but an entire year of festivities across the nation, starting on Memorial Day 2025 and continuing through July 4th, 2026.
Holy
Second,
crap.
I will work with all 50 governors, Republican and Democrat alike, to create the Great American State Fair, a unique one-year exhibition featuring pavilions from all 50 states. It'll be something. The Great American State Fair will showcase the glory of every state in the Union, promote pride in our history, and put forth innovative visions for America's future. My hope is that the amazing people of Iowa will work with my administration to open up the legendary Iowa State Fairgrounds to host the Great American State Fair and welcome millions and millions of visitors from around the world
We're going.
to the heartland of America for this special one-time festival. Together we will...
It's not even half over, right? He gave more specificity on what he wants America's 250 birthday party to look like than Kamala Harris gave for anything.
Hold on. What about the economy? When she talked to the economy, she said things like, I was raised in a middle-class house.
Yeah, he keeps going, saying he wants a nationwide high school sports tournament. He has lots of ideas for this thing. And it makes you realize just how empty her campaign was.
Yeah.
They're scraping the bottom of the barrel. Like, what have we not done a video about yet? Oh, America's 250-year-old birthday. Oh, let's do it. And that has more substance than anything she put out.
And imagine the amount of American pride.
Yeah.
Where he's giving us.
Oh,
right?
man.
And he's suggesting.
Lee Greenwood.
I can't wait to go.
Lee Greenwood's going to need to stock up on his throat coat tea and honey. He is going to need to rest those vocal cords. Trump's saying, Trump's saying a whole year of celebrations. Lee Greenwood is going to sing the hell out of that song.
Could you imagine though? And it highlights our history. The left has done nothing but pull down our history and call it racist and misogynistic, when really we just need to love what we are, embrace every mistake we've made, but remember to love who we are.
He put this out before the Iowa caucus. I think it probably should go to New York because that's where the World's Fair has historically been. Right where the U.S. Open plays. Where's that in where is it? What's it called?
Is that the it's not on the island, right?
No, New York State Pavilion.
Got it.
It's
they should go there.
I don't think there's enough room. That's the only thing. It's kind of been built up. It's been built up since then. It used to be wide open. Like, here's
just
an example.
Want to see it.
This is where the World's Fair always used to be, but they've built up around. There's no space there anymore, so it might have to go in Iowa. Iowa's a big trek though. Maybe Texas. Let's bring it to Texas. Texas State Fairgrounds.
Let's not bring it to Colorado because somebody down here will just find a way to burn it down.
And I wonder if all of the states will join. Right. That's my other question.
Why not? I mean, if they don't,
Trump.
That'll be a reflection on them.
Yeah.
But
Trump.
No, Max. Now they've got to rethink their strategy here because now they have to figure out how to get elected again, and now they're worried that all that lurching to the right, they've got to try to figure out people to come back. Of course, they're going to jump on this, right? They're going to glom on to the Trump presidency popularity. They have to. I mean, it'll be the political move to make. They'll have to make it. They'll have no choice. I want to see it. I want to go. We should go, man.
Remember this map? This was the Delta map, the change in how much different counties have changed since 2020. Right? This came from the New York Times. The New York Times has adjusted their map to make the arrows smaller. So it doesn't look that bad. Wait, no, that's not here we go. Here's the right one. Open image, new tab. Here we go.
I can't believe they would try to change something. So
I know, right? Here we go. Here's the right
I've
one.
never seen that before.
Wait, what?
What's going on here?
Why is it not working?
I was expecting a big change, and it makes.
I know, no, it is. It is. The problem is, I'm just trying to pull it from Twitter, and they gave him both. Here's the two pictures. Okay, here's Charlie Kirk.
Oh,
this one. Here's election night.
Yeah.
And here's what they recoded it to be, so it doesn't look that bad. All the same data, they just made the arrow smaller.
We've never seen
Hawaii. Look at Hawaii.
Which is wild, right? Like Hawaii has been a liberal bastion since its existence.
But by doing
look
that,
at New Jersey. New Jersey became a swing state in this election.
It is. If they can secure that vote, New Jersey was closer. I think New Jersey was closer than North Carolina.
Yeah, it was. I mean, it was 100,000 votes.
New York was closer than Florida.
It's wild. Like there's a change. The people want something different. They had the change that started with Obama.
Everyone's just super racist, Josh.
But they're not.
According to the View, it's all the misogyny and the racism.
I should reflect inside as a Trump voter to wonder why I went towards wanting America strong again. I need to reflect on that.
Yeah.
Which is bullshit, because I had 4 years to reflect on that, watching Joe Biden tank the country. We forgotten Afghanistan was wrong.
What's up? I started playing the music because we're almost done. I was giving you your rant. I was giving you your outro.
Oh, I was freaking out. I'm like, I didn't start the music.
I'm playing you off just like the Oscars, damn it. Okay. Too long.
Well, thank you. All right, well, it's been a good show, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to follow us on Twitter. I don't have it.
You don't have to do it. I was just letting you do your rant. I was just
yeah.
That's it for this edition. There's gonna be more liberal tears. We're gonna soak them all up. I was telling my wife, I was like, I love liberal tears. My son says, Daddy, why are you being a lizard? It's just how it's gonna go the next week. If you find them, send them in. Funny stuff. It's almost like drinking out of a fire hose. It's almost like too much to consume. But we'll keep coming to you with them. And there's going to be a lot more to talk about as Trump builds out his transition team and the fight to make sure that the rhinos and the Never Trumpers don't weasel their way in like last time.
Right.
We'll keep covering that. That's it for this edition. My name is Max McGuire.
I'm Josh Hammerling.
Remember, the fight to take back our country is not over yet, but the only way we win is if we all stand up and fight together. See you next time.